Do not identify with your inner inertia and judge others in life based on your own likes and dislikes. You are the one opening that door, and the more you fear something, the more likely it is to happen. But when you clearly recognize your own inertia, you will be determined to transform. Start by pulling your inertia into the light and observing it. The first tendency, you fear interruptions at work, unexpected disruptions to your workflow. The second tendency, you hate annoyance and being bothered. The third tendency, you love comfort and hate exertion. So when work piles up, you suffer because you are always seeking ease. That's your pattern. And because of that, you are already living in a kind of hell. You don't have to die to go to hell by seeking pleasure and rejecting pain. You already live in it. This is our inertia. And this inertia pulls in the negative karma and bad relationships you have created in the past. In the past, you liked to avoid responsibility and shift blame onto others, making them tired and frustrated. Others may resent you, but they may not know that you are pushing off responsibility, or even if they know, they feel powerless to resist. But heaven, existence itself, the law of cause and effect, returns everything to you precisely and unfailingly. So where do we begin to transform the painful world within us? We start by accepting all the suffering we've been rejecting. We must establish an attitude of welcoming the things we usually resist, even enjoying the suffering we've tried to avoid, until the point where we no longer need to rely on acceptance or enjoyment as coping tools. These are skillful means, temporary remedies to counter our inertia. Once the inertia dissolves, we no longer need those methods. Skillful means are just tools. Non-action is emptiness, our true nature. It's because of inertia that we need these helpful teachings, which help dissolve our patterns. That is what I've been continuously sharing, these skillful means, conscious concepts and actions that break down our habitual tendencies. Once inertia melts away, the methods fall away too. The teaching is medicine. Inertia is the illness. Your preferences and aversions are your sickness. Your aversion is hell. Your craving is heaven. But once both your craving and aversion dissolve, you are in the pure land, a Buddha's realm. You return to your original face, your true nature. Will the experience of pain and pleasure disturb your inner peace? Will wealth or poverty shake your stillness? When you gain wealth, you feel powerful. You want to upgrade your BMW from a 5 Series to a 7 Series. When your bank account swells and your car becomes more luxurious, do you feel proud and secure? But when you have to downgrade from a BMW to a domestic car, your sense of security crumbles. You even feel ashamed. So does wealth or poverty shake your inner peace? And what about praise and admiration from others? If such praise brings you great joy, then criticism, rejection, or slander will surely cause you pain. Can slander disturb your inner calm? When you are rich and successful, do you feel mighty? But when you are down and struggling, do you feel your life is at a low point? Does status, being honored, or being looked down upon shake your inner peace? And your desires, your ambitions, unless they are born from compassion, when fulfilled, do they make you feel powerful and elated? And when they are unmet, or when gained and then lost, do they bring you pain and despair? Let me summarize. Pleasure and pain, wealth and poverty, praise and blame, honor and disgrace, gain and loss. These 10 external winds may come as storms or gentle breezes, as joy or suffering. Do they disturb your inner stillness? If they do, you must identify them because that's your inertia at work. Recognize it, be alert to it because your soul lies in it. It can take you to heaven or drag you to hell. But when your inner heaven disappears and your inner hell also dissolves, you arrive at the true realm of bliss within. You don't need to pray for rebirth in the Pure Land. You are already in it, regardless of external circumstances. Pleasure and pain, wealth and poverty, praise and blame, honor and disgrace, gain and loss. These are the refining fires of life. Without going through these 10 purifying winds, you cannot transform. Ordinary people drown in these winds, but a person of great merit transforms through them. When these 10 winds can no longer shake your inner stillness, you've reached your original state. Once they lose their power to disturb you, even the karmic consequences of your past wrongdoings are severed from you, and then you can truly share your compassion, your love, your understanding with every person, situation, and interaction that arises. So these 10 winds, whether fierce or gentle, are beautiful because without them, there's no space for transformation. You don't need to resist them, but you must stay alert to them. Gradually, these winds will lose their power over you, but only by going through them can you transform. Through them, we examine the twisted tendencies of the self. For example, when our child performs well at school, we get excited and joyful, even show them off to others. Oh, my kid never studies, always watches TV, but still wins awards and scholarships. He's so lucky, you say. He's just like me, smart without effort. But what are you really showing off? We crave validation. We must be alert to these crooked tendencies. Those who love to show off, whether it's themselves or their possessions, are being stirred by these twisted winds. Some look down on the rich because they can't be them, and others admire only the rich and despise the poor because wealth and status inflate their ego and distorted minds. So these are the crooked minds we must all reflect on. So much inertia is at work inside us. These tendencies are the roots of birth and death, the driving force behind our karma. Our thoughts are subtle and often crooked. We must expose them one by one, observe them, become aware of them, and stop identifying with them. Each time you recognize them, your inertia weakens. Recognize it 10 times, and it lessens by tenfold. With constant awareness, inertia gradually dissolves. Use awareness as a skillful tool to dissolve the crooked self. Because where there is illness, there must be medicine. Once the illness is healed, the medicine is no longer needed. And when you are empty of self, you can act freely, naturally, without resistance. This is the realm Confucius reached at 70, to follow the desires of the heart without overstepping the line, unmoved by external circumstances. That is the saint's realm. But to reach such a state, we must build a foundation, and that requires methods, skillful means. We must actively seek out where our patterns hide, observe and reflect on them, and stop identifying with them.